My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back down to the Gungeon. We have the Marine, and it is back to a non-tonic cycle. That's a 15 on that D20 roll, so we know we're not going with that high curse run, which means we just get to play kind of standard old Marine. Hell yeah. Give me a shotgun. Give me a shotgun super early. Give me the regular shotgun. Give me the heavy boots. Give me the AK-47. I want them all together. We're going to have a wild old time. I want a shotgun in particular because, of course, they benefit disproportionately from the extra accuracy that this character has by base. God, everything feels slow. I'm going to take some damage directly due to the fact that I'm, like, going to overdodge something or, like, not expect a bullet, or rather expect a bullet is going to take longer to get to a certain location or something like that. Like, that's going to happen just because I am not familiar with being at this speed. Ooh. But I guess that's one of the reasons that it's good that we have a particularly strong character at the start of the rotation, right? As I'm adjusting to either tonic or non-tonic mode, whatever the case may be at the time, I get to play first up one of the easiest base characters. Well, in my opinion, the most solid base character. This is, of course, excluding the DLC, well, not DLC characters, but secret characters. I actually do really like that Winchester challenge, so I'm pretty likely to want to save the money to do that. Sure. Alright, we'll go for the first shot. First boss, rather. Cross. Good gosh, this feels so slow. Like, terrifyingly so. Oh gosh! I had to use both blanks there. That sucks. We have no blanks for the rest of the fight, so we've got to get some good RNG, because that was really bad to have two circle attacks while I was trying to make my crossover. But the only reason I was even vulnerable to the second one was because I really poorly positioned myself against the first. Holy hell! Again, really bad RNG on that attack pattern. But the dodges. Hell yeah. Should now be pretty comfy to finish off this fight perfectly. Nice. That final attack actually could have easily gotten me, depending on what next attack was done. Ooh, plunger. Sure. Interesting kind of gun. Haven't had it in a very long time. Let's get bouncy bullets. Let's go wild with just plunger. There's the secret room, exactly where I expected it would be. But the problem is, of course, I don't have blank. So we're gonna have to try and go and get one of those. Okay, well, I can get one here. Should I desperately need it? Rather than reload, I'm going to change the weapon there. That chest doesn't look particularly mimicky. Yeah, I think I may have actually just destroyed the water barrel in this room. But apparently at the same time, I got the fireplace out, so that's fine. Gosh. I really wish there was just some part of the code that said no room can be 3 more rooms away from a teleport. This is super annoying. Like, Well, actually, that's probably in it. It should be 2 then. Okay. Down. Right, now that I know that that enemy's just going to die to the poison, we can stand here. Hell yes. Okay, 9 per. That's pretty good. That was to say I was getting 9 casings per taking out a chain gunner there. They typically share that with the gun nuts on the floor, so I have to imagine I've been getting 9 per gun nut as well. Okay. Woo! Absolute ridiculous amount of keys. Now, I can go poison myself in the exit room in order to open that secret room. Yeah. Well, I did ask for a shotgun. I did not specify. So, fair enough, game. You got me. Devolver! Stop it! Why do we keep getting Devolver in the Devolver rounds? They're not good. It's almost as if they were designed not to be. Great. We got a blank and some ammunition. Hell yeah! Totally worth. I'm going to drop Devolver rounds before I do anything in this room, just in case. Break the targets, win the prize. Need total focus. Again, this is one of the ones I'm good at. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah. I knew as soon as I fired that I'd fired it exactly incorrectly. I actually didn't intend to fire it, by the way. I clicked incorrectly. Charmed bow. Cool. So we're just getting a litany of the world's worst items here on the first floor. So that's fine. Like, void shotgun, charm bow, plunger, especially when we're about to go into the oubliette. It's not like the plunger is going to get suddenly better there. Spoiler alert, it's going to get worse. I don't even think I would have gone to the oubliette if I got a reasonable gun. But we didn't. So I feel like we need to go to the oubliette basically just to get some power. Got him. I'm gonna use the charm bow as well as my basic weapon. Oh, great. Thank you, Devolver rounds. That ghost would have been dead in one more shot, and yet instead, I got to spend the rest of the time hitting it. Wow. If you Devolver target, it's not charmed. So thanks, Devolver rounds, for that as well. I'm going to try and carry them at the very least until I have the ability to sell them. Hey. Just trying to get this room clear. And that'll get it done. Woo! Fair amount of money from that room, actually. Can't complain about that. Rolling Eye Ruby Bracelet. You know what? They're both items I would actually never purchase. So tell me, do they have a synergy? Does either of them, rather, have a synergy that I need to contend with? I'm eventually going to remember literally all of these synergies. Trust me. I'm good at certain kinds of thinking. And memory is probably like one of my better ones, let's say. It's great with the Mac 10. It's great with the Laser Lotus. In fact, it's insane with the Laser Lotus. Garbage with Mirror Shields. Trick Gun obviously has a synergy. Cool. And then the other was Ruby Bracelet. This old Ruby Bracelet is Ruby riding alone. There's a Face Melter, Hegemony Carbine, Hip Holster, and Armor of Thorns synergy. Only the Hegemony Carbine is a... Ooh, no, actually, both that and the Face Melter synergy are quite good. Okay, good. I'll try and keep those in mind. Thankfully, what we've effectively just learned is that we don't care about either of them right now. What a nice key and a couple casings. Free room right there. Pretty bad. Specifically, I was just trying to charm the King Dat there so that I wouldn't have to take care of it myself. It caused us to take more damage than otherwise we may have. There we go. Oh, come on! I was specifically trying to get... We keep healing these enemies by devolving them. Stop it! That enemy would have already been dead. This is happening multiple times each room. Like, this is to the point that we probably just need to not be carrying that passive anymore. It just needs to be patched. I really like this game, like, a lot. I'm a little disappointed about how little, like, post-release support has been gotten on this update in particular. Like, there was one or two... I want to say 2 patches after the release of this. Feels like that was maybe a little low. I'm happy to play this fight kind of fast and footloose because it doesn't matter if I take any damage to this boss. Because I'll just heal back up that red HP. It's not like I'm losing armor. Already lost that. Cool. And this has been working out surprisingly well. For what it's worth, you know, any boss past this point, if you stay this close the entire time, you're going to take damage. So it's not like the Void Shotgun is just a great boss-killing weapon or anything like that. Boxing Glove, alright. Fine. I'm gonna use that for all of my hits. Pop everyone. Bop them. I'm gonna bop them and transform them at the same time, and I'm gonna devolve the hell out of them. Hey, that just cleared the whole room for me. Nice. Don't even need to go up there. Lame. Yeah, we just don't have enough range on this weapon to use it in this room. Got him. You unstunned an enemy. Like, I always think that the boxing... not the boxing glove, but I always think devolver rounds can't get worse, and then they do. Now, I've been told recently that apparently if you put the unfinished gun in a gun muncher with a gun, you get always... wow, I'm about to test it, I guess. You always get a gun of a higher tier than that. Void Shotgun is technically green tier. I know, I'm surprised too. So unless this gives me back an A tier weapon, which is a red tier weapon, then we know that that was garbage. Okay, it did give me that back. And I now have a whole new appreciation for the unfinished gun. And yes, that's apparently how I pronounce appreciation, because of course I wouldn't say something incorrect. That is good. Like, really good. Can I fire while I'm using that? Oh my gosh. We're gonna just go through rooms boxing everyone to death and it's gonna be so good. Holy heck. Trident. The Trident is extremely unimportant. Like here for the possibility. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. Maybe I go to the Abbey of the True Gun. Maybe that's where my calling lies. Dungeon Eagle. Anything that this incentivizes? Not really. Alright, I'm actually just going to hold on to my current resources and leave. So prototype railgun is obviously like the boss killing weapon of our dreams. I didn't find a secret... Oh, okay, cool. I didn't. Just making certain that I didn't find a secret room location and just somehow forget. Which has happened. Let me just have a quick estimate. How many episodes are there? 55 now? Yeah, so it's happened 110 times. Alright, so we have to go clear the rest of the floor. We can use probably Trident as the offhand, but I'm going to want to use the boxing glove. Just because it's cool as hell. I'ma box you. Get boxed. I now have the ability to charge this to insta-kill a target, and I did that against a target who most assuredly did not deserve the insta-kill. Oops. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Sliding across the table actually caused me to take the damage there. That roll naturally was about to end and keep me safe. I hate that. I literally waited because I was like, oh, I'm going to wait until the target's hittable. And then they became unhittable at exactly the wrong time. Wow! Again, I hate that attack. I also don't like that you summon in this fight now. Well, they still drop money despite the fact that I took damage to them. I have to imagine there's no effect for having taken damage in that fight, but maybe there is, and I'm just unaware. That's typically how those kinds of things work. There we go. Just wanted to knock him into the abyss. Is there so much wrong with that? Oh, there is. Oh, the eternal torment of falling. Okay, I think we just lost out on getting money from that Iron Maiden because we killed them with the super? Do you not get casings from the targets that you kill with the boxing glove? Because if you don't, then suddenly this is garbage. It reminds me of what... Wow, that's really bad on my part. It reminds me of why I don't use the... There we go. Reminds me of why I tend not to use... I'm going to remember what I mean here in a moment. Ah, right. It reminds me of when I decide not to use the bracket key, because the bracket key prevents all further spawns in the room where you use it. And preventing those further spawns prevents money. I mean, like, Lichy Trigger Finger is obviously good. I'm always amazed by how little fire rate up there is in the game. Itchy Trigger Finger, getting kills after you have platinum bullets. Second level of spice. Potion of gun friendship. Like, I'm trying to think of... Obviously not potion of gun friendship. Like, I'm trying to think of passive sources. Wow. Taking a lot more damage than I'm comfy with right now. Looks like we've got a dead end up here. Let's go for it. Unless we end up with stealing, I really don't see us taking the Nord key this floor. Gotta remind myself I have ethereal form. Just use it if I need it. And one more. Got him. Hell yeah, get that master round. Might be taking a lot of damage, but I'm not taking it where it matters, so we're doing good. You're doing good, kid. Just gonna blank this room. Just out of laziness, practically. Boxing glove with the trident on the offhand yet again. Can't believe that first hit definitely collided with the character. I cannot believe that didn't hit them. I am actually just incapable. See? Like, twice there, we collided with the character, and it did nothing. And then the third did. Okay, wind-up gun. Obviously, now I'm looking for 7-leaf clover. As if I'm not always. Okay. 3 greens this floor. That's, it's a hard sell. 3 greens, sorry, 3 blues this floor. It's a hard sell. There's, like, nothing I really, really want in the blue chest right now. But I do want the Lichy Trigger Finger. Yeah, I'm taking that. Thank you for the junk. And also to you. Keeping a key around at all times is usually a pretty good idea. It's not extremely often you end up with way too many keys at the end of a run. It does happen, definitely, but it's not extremely often. It's far more common that you will run out of keys if you try and open every chest. Even if you pay for keys additionally. Okie dokie. Black powder mine. I hate when they fire out of sync with one another. Makes life real difficult. it all worked out in the end. We're probably gonna take a bunch of damage by trying to use the boxing glove here. But also, if I'm ever going to learn how to use the boxing glove, that's gonna happen at some point. Again, see the collision problems that we just ran into there? Bunch of punches with no effect. I hate that. That's entirely my fault. Again, I'm gonna blame that on the game not being as fast as I'm used to right now. Actually made it through a trap room without taking damage. I know. I'm as amazed as you are, given you would need to be entirely amazed for that statement to be true. Hang on. Okay, I don't have water, but I do still want to try and check that. Show me key shop. Come on, key shop. Well, obviously, if I can take anything... Hang on. Hang on. Ethereal form. I'm just making certain that the Ring of Ethereal Form can't be used for stealing. I think it might be able to be used for stealing, though. It can be used for stealing. Cool. So what I need to do is try and earn enough to buy this copper amulet and then try and steal the other two. Al first, then Chaos. Saving a lot of ammunition by using this gun. I'm also taking some damage. Is that worth? We'll never know. Thank you for the key, though. I need more money. Which means that I also need to stop using the special hit to kill. Yeah, I was very much hoping that we were going to have a blood bank lady in the shop there. Alright, I need to stop letting targets hit me. Whenever anyone hits me, I lower the amount of money that I can get from that room, so... And given that money is such a constraint for us... Set these up so that I can take out the gats before they explode. I don't know if we fully succeeded in that. All right. Give up a gun for HP. Lame. Literally the shrine I use the least, I feel. And obviously the most common also. Because of course it is. I have used it in the past. Exceedingly rarely, but I have. See, I'd want to use the charge up, wind up punch to kill that enemy, but I also want the 8 that they were about to drop if I didn't do that. See the problem? Damn. More cursed enemies, more money. Go for boss fight. Definitely this. I guess a laser on the offhand. Sure. I was just extremely saved by the glass Guanstone, by the way. As well as missed like 20 shots in a row there, so go me. Drift. Drift. Ha! They were trying to spawn inside of me! Cannon Balrog. Thank you, by the way. I'm sorry that I don't remember the username, but thank you very much to the person who told me about the function of the unused gun. Because this run is entirely off of the back of that. Okay. We'll definitely take this. Wow. We're not even going to have the... So, the best I can do here is steal the owl and then try and steal something else. But that only has a 50-50, I think, of succeeding in this store and a 10% chance of succeeding in the main store, so... Sure. Well, I got an owl at least. Don't hoot the messenger. That's almost certainly going to be a Deagle. Deagle, Dungeon, Eagle, Eagle, Owl. I get it. Alright, Dungeon, Eagle. I really want to know what this synergy is actually doing, because it's changed the appearance of the Dungeon Eagle, but it hasn't changed the appearance of the Owl. Dungeon Eagle's charge shots gain significant knockback. Oh, okay, so it's garbage. Cool. Thanks. This could be Lodestone Amulet. If it's not, I probably don't want it, right? It's a brown chest Pactive. There's not that many good of those. Probably gonna buy keys. I could buy the Phoenix, and the Phoenix has the synergy with the Owl. But the Phoenix's synergy with the Owl is just like the Owl turns fiery. Isn't it? Oh, there's no synergy with the Phoenix. Oh, good thing I didn't immediately pick that up because I thought there was. All right, let's go open this blue chest. We'll keep one key. Double Tech Rocket. Okay. That has a synergy with... Wait, what? Nothing that I have. All right, we're good. Audi 5000. That was the third floor? We're 33 minutes in. We're about to go into the fourth. Yikes. Let's go with the boxing glove, I guess. Just because I kind of want to... Wow. We just forced that enemy out of the map, so I thought they were dead. Wild. See, the thing is, if you don't stun them, they're just going to shoot you, and you do not have the time to respond to that. If I lose one more heart, I'm changing weapon. No heart lost. Lost a half heart. Yep. Full heart. Enemies like this you just can't deal with. See, I understand that, like, there's a technique to just swapping between weapons depending on the enemy that you're fighting. But most of the time, I prefer just keeping a consistent weapon so that I'm comfy using it, frankly. Unless I'm in extremely dire straits, which we're not in. It seems like this is actually charging faster as well. Although that might be the result of... Dungeon Eagle charging faster might be the result of Lichy Trigger Finger. Right, so I shouldn't take that as part of the effect of Don't Shoot the Messenger. Please, devolve around. Devolve arounds, please. Was there a sale grade on the first floor? Because I think there was, and if there was, I feel really bad in retrospect that I didn't use it. Like, it doesn't even one-shot normal enemies. Ugh. Tommy Gun's like a... See, our Rune Clear weaponry just looks bad. All of it. Really not good. Like, it ranges all the way up to... at maximum. Cool. Oh, great. You're over here already. Taking another one up. Let me hit you. Whew. Maybe if it always devolved enemies into the Arrowkin, it would be okay. But since it can devolve enemies multiple times, you can end up just killing the same enemy like 5 different times. Right, we'll come back to Patches and Mendy at the end of this floor. We're definitely going to need them. I punched that blue-tipped bulletkin so hard that it turned into a red-tipped bulletkin in its death animation. That's a pretty hard punch. I punched a different color spectrum into them. I don't even think Rocky could do that. Or Apollo. I mean, what's a sun god gonna do? That really looked like a mimic to me on entry. Well, we've done it. We've found the chests. Stop. Stop. Just let me punch you. This could be so easy. You could be so punchable. Now, I've forgotten this entire time that I have Table Tech rockets. I wouldn't have used it in that many positions, but I would have used it more than 0 times. Oh my god, this isn't even the forge floor yet. Where I thought we were. We're taking Cog of Battle. We're going to take Cog of Battle... I'm going to try and use the trident with it. Obviously not here, though. Damn it. I want to go in with the Cog of Battle on this. Trying to get a feel for it. Really? I could have sworn I did that at exactly the right time. I used my Ring of Ethereal Form there, but because I was in the air, that is to say dodge rolling, it decided, oh, no, you didn't. Which, you know, I wish I'd been consulted about that decision a little earlier. That's all I'm saying. I wish that had been run by me. Like the master around here. I still haven't had a mimic gun yet. Would be nice to. Alright. Obvious secret room locations. Left, right there. Operate on me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thinking north of one of these rooms, but we've actually checked both, didn't we? I don't think we did check both. I think we checked their mimicry and then immediately walked away because the room didn't look like it had a secret room adjacency. It still doesn't look like it has a secret room adjacency. This one obviously does. But sometimes these are a little misleading. Sometimes. Not always. You do have a key, but I don't have the ability to buy it, and I don't have the ability to steal it. Chance bullets, good RNG. Please have a synergy that's worth you being here. Maximize spell. Oh, right, because the fire hand is a D20 and... Okay. I need to know exactly what this is. Is this the synergy that makes the flame hand good? We shall see. All right. Flame hand. The damage dealt by the gun is equal to 2d6 times 1.3846 plus 2, which is an average of 11.7 damage per shot. Cool. If we had the Phoenix, then we would have been using a Phoenix Companion to fire at enemies as well. We also have the Pitchfork. Holy what? We actually have the Pitchfork as well. No, we have the Trident. Never mind. What's the Pitchfork? Oh, the Pitchfork is the demon version of the Trident. Right. Of course. If the enemy has chance bullets, the flame hand turns green. Green flames will leave pools of green fire upon hitting enemies. The green fire does not damage or burn the player. Oh, okay, so it's actually not even better. But it looks like it's always hitting the highest roll that it can. Like, it looks like we're not rolling the 2d6 when we attack. Well, doesn't appear to necessarily say that outright, so I'm gonna try and use this weapon, I guess. See how that goes. Seems like a good fun time for me. Okay. Ring of Ethereal Form for the possibility of stealing on this floor. So basically, I just want to find the forge as quickly as possible. And this gun never reloads, you say? Okay. Is this the same green fire that some of the other synergies grant? That is to say that it can light any target on fire and it cannot be extinguished? Great Mauser, the ability to steal. Unfortunately, we found the shop super early, and it's actually just really disappointing. Oh, wow, we don't have the penetrative shots anymore. Gosh, I hope poison can't affect me, because the plunger is occasionally being chosen as chance bullets shot to fire. And when that happens, just trying to get the summoner down. Excellent. And when that happens, I'm just spraying poison wherever I'm facing. Which could be a problem, or it could be fine, but it could also be a problem. And that's the part on which to focus. Specifically because the left side was jammed, I really felt it was my duty there to become ethereal and show them what up. We're probably using too much ammunition in this gun right now. So I need to cool it with my amount of shooting. Probably start to get a reasonable idea for how many shots this takes to kill a target. I think this is just rolling 6 on its damage every single time. Very much would like an ammo drop here, though. Like, if the green burning synergy is the case, I can just leave them all to burn from the time that I hit them in the room. That's also a really kind of boring way to play right now. And I've had a run like that recently as well, where I just walked into a room, everyone got mad at me, and then I walked away. Wait, that wasn't game, that was real life. Anywho, time to go back into the rest of the Gungeon. South from here, thanks. Got my offhands. Just stand here and finish them off. See what I mean about transforming the same enemy multiple times? Just having to kill the same enemy multiple times? And the reason that I'm talking through gritted teeth at the moment about that such thing? Now, unfortunately, you cannot reload the flame hand, so it doesn't have the ability to benefit from the... Oh my gosh, really? It doesn't have the ability to benefit from the Cog of Battle. Just gonna bully you all the way across there, and then yeah, you change into a different form, right? Hell yeah. I do like that occasionally this is getting me to fire a normal gun while I'm trying to box. It's been kind of cool. I forgot, you can't have contact damage, or rather you can't make contact with enemies without taking damage. Obviously, I want to steal the yellow chamber. Sixth chamber... I mean, I could buy the sixth chamber, steal the yellow chamber. So stealing the yellow chamber is 2 points of curse, 1 point of curse for stealing, and then buying the sixth chamber is 2.5 points of curse for taking it, and then like another point of curse. But the sixth chamber in particular is really nice. Let me just finish these enemies, and then I'll explain it. See how that enemy didn't drop any money? So what? Yellow chamber and sixth chamber probably have the synergy. Yellow chamber has got to have a lot of cool synergies. It's a very, very rare item. So I'm thinking yellow chamber and sixth chamber have a synergy. Wow, it has a lot of synergies. Shot Grub, Abyssal Tentacle, Dragonfire, Pitchfork, Super Space Turtle, and Singularity, none of which we have. But it does give you 2 curse, gives you 2 heart containers, Increases your fire rate by 15%. Okay, so Yellow Chamber is another fire rate increase. Cool. And then, wow, stack that on top of my other fire rate increase. Wowzers. And then Sixth Chamber. Because this is 2 points of curse, right? It's 2.5 points of curse to buy something from Cursula. And this also increases our curse by 2.5. And then the boxing glove is 1. So if I drop the boxing glove, I can do all of this without starting to get jammed bosses. Interesting. I'm happy to risk jammed bosses. Got him. Yay, I transformed them. Not actually super keen on that, but yay. Just stay down there, bud. Thank you, Chance Bullets, for actually coming in clutch there and pushing them away. Well, I don't know how in clutch I actually want to call that, because it's not powerful. Like, it didn't change how that room went for us. Nor, I believe, could it. Alright, we need to pick up an item from each of these as we open it. Unless we just want a bunch of oranges. No, I'm just going to be using them, because I actually want to keep the Ring of Ethereal Form. That's another point of curse I didn't need, actually. It's unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to have to drop Big Head all the box. No, actually. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, half. Okay, so we're actually going to have 8.5 points of curse total. Well, we will if we get money from the Dragon. We're going to need 3 exactly. We're also going to need to have the Ring of Ethereal Form ready after the Dragon. So I'm thinking we may not even use it in the combat. Just for safety. So when I said this wasn't going to be a max curse run, apparently I was just full of baloney. Or your own delicatessen sandwich material of choice. Mine's Devon. But that's because I'm the world's most boring human. Woo! Actually managed to hit the active reload there. Not bad. I think I've already taken damage in this combat. Yeah, I've already lost a piece of armor, so... Cool. That makes me a hell of a lot more comfy about this whole thing, then. Didn't remember to have the Science Cannon on the offhand to take care of exactly that attack, unfortunately, so... Once more. There we go. Whoa, I was certain that was about to be new phase. Exactly one more attack. 69 encasing, so I only need 3 following this combat. Now is definitely not the time to use the Ring of Ethereal Form. I'm trying, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm trying to get a ridiculous amount of coolness. And then parlay that... Oh, crumbs. I think I chose really poorly here. Yeah. I'm just trying to get a ridiculous amount of... coolness. The 6th chamber, I think, gives you 2 points of coolness per point of curse that you currently have. So we'll have lot. Approximately 1 lot from that. And also we have the 2 extra coolness from having eaten an orange. We have 3 from holding the rad gun, I believe. This is going to be really cool. So 72 for the 6th chamber, and then I steal the yellow. And we'll try and steal the other one as well. Didn't work. Cool. Oh! The Lord of the Jams is here. Why are you here? How many points of curse do I have? Hang on. Oh, no, I stole again as well a couple floors ago. So I actually need to drop the stone head. And then as soon as I leave this floor... As soon as I leave this floor, I should be cured of the curse, right? I've only stolen one thing this entire time. The owl. Yes. No, I stole the owl. Hang on. I need to think about this for a moment because I don't know exactly how much curse I have. So I stole the owl. I stole the yellow chamber. So that's 2 points of curse for stealing. I have the yellow chamber. So that's 2 more points. So that's 4. I have the 6th chamber. So that's 2 more points. So that's 6. And I spent... Hang on. That's 6. And then 7 from the boxing glove. And then I spent 2.5 curse in order to buy something from Cursula, which takes us to a total of 9.5. So if I go to the next floor, I'm going to be exactly under the amount the Lord of the Jam needs to spawn. And as a result, they're not going to spawn on the next floor. You do have to change floors in between the Lord of the Jam spawning and despawning. So you can't just go above 10 curse and then immediately drop something and then you're fine. So if he spawns on this floor, I'm screwed. And I miscounted. Otherwise, good. Cool. Now, the idea for what I want to do right now is just box everyone to death. Because we have so much coolness, our active item ought be recharging super commonly. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Ice Cube, which is your active item can recharge while it's active. Because if we did, you can only imagine the kind of shenanigans. Also, it helps that Yellow Chamber is basically getting someone on our side by charming someone at the start of each room and having them attack for me. So not only do they also draw aggro away from me, which is extremely handy, but the most important thing is that they are also going to be dealing damage. Actually, you know what? The most important thing is the fact that they draw aggro. That's just... I just use a roll. Is there? Knock him in. And again, nice. Obviously in prototype railgun. I mean, like, I absolutely hate this room. Finishing it this quickly. Help me. This is an annoyance. See, because we have such coolness, we get a drop at the end of every single room, but because we also have such curse, all of those drops are very, very likely to be ammunition. That's why we have so many ammo drops over the course of this floor already. See, I hate that. I was specifically just trying to get next to you so that I could push you. I'm just going to lose a bunch more HP if I keep using that. I need to stop, unfortunately. I really, really do want to use... Oh, obviously! Flame Hand! I've been... One, two, three... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, what we should be doing is just getting ammo and then putting that ammo inside of the flame hand. Oh, and then we win, I think.
Whack.
Just gonna keep you all over there. Two, three, four. It's been a very long time since I've had and especially utilized the 6th chamber to like a reasonable degree. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to start getting the ammo. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine if we had cursed bullets in this build. Damn. And silver bullets as well. Damn. See, in that clutch moment, I was actually capable of hitting the reload in a combat. It's just not normally the case. 1, 2. There's no reason we should lose this run. A lot of the reason that, if we do, it's going to be due to the HP attrition that we suffered while I was trying to use the boxing gun. But that's just kind of... That just comes with the territory, basically. Like, if you want to try and use non-standard stuff. That is to say, non-standard to me, not non-standard in general. I don't typically use that gun. So to me, it is non-standard. Like, it's almost never part of my strategy. Radgun feels like it's doing way more damage. And because of that, feels like it's unfortunately just the objectively correct decision. I don't want to change to it, but... I think I have to. 3, 5... Like, for example... This room would have been awful with the... Woo. Wow. All right. This room actually would have been awful had I gotten... Can't remember it. Oops. Easy clear. Cool. Damn. Another full heart. It's worth noting that the Lich is likely to be jammed, which means that their hits are also going to take a full heart each. Wow, you exactly managed to get through that. I was certain you were going to take damage. All right. Up. On. Oh, yeah, no. If I tried to take the flame hand into the room that I just exited, I believe I definitely would have at least taken 2 hearts of damage. I believe that's the case. Just using the D20 here. Not T20. What am I talking about? The other thing. It's not the D20 that I can't remember the name of right now. Whew. Look how much money I got at this lord just because I was so cursed. Like, come on, that's awesome. Come on, start firing a beam weapon. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. And knock him off. Hell yeah. Damn it. That was unfortunate. I didn't need to take damage there. Didn't need to, but did anyway. I know. Such a trooper. What? It's a bad thing? Oh, well, that explains why I keep dying in this game. Someone should have told me that at the start of the series rather than episode 50 umpteen. We should probably still open the fight with the... This is the best rad gun I've ever had. Well, no, I got to an 8 once, right? Ah, I was very much trying to get that. Oh, well. Wow, the owl is actually just standing in front of me and doing all the work for me. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3, 7. Oh, we actually managed to hit all 7 before we got... Wow. I feel very, very accomplished. Hate those attacks. I wish I knew when boss armor was and was not active. You know what? If there was a mod that did that, that would be so good. I need to try and get into the modding scene for this game because there's so many different mods that I think are desperately needed for this game that just don't currently exist. Gosh knows where I'm going to find the time to do it, but still, I'd like to. I rolled with them that time. I don't know why I decided to roll with them. It's basically to increase the damage on myself. Because if that was my goal, well, misery accomplished. We still managed to win on 2 hearts. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you, well, next time.